On this episode of Bite Sized, we are watching and discussing the 26th scene of the movie The Twilight Saga, New Moon. For those of you watching along at home, that's from 54:10 to 55:18. And now, on to the episode. Everyone, and welcome back to yet another episode of Bite Sized. If this is your first time listening, here's what's going on. My name's Ben.
And I am Sarah.
And we're watching the movie The Twilight Saga, New Moon, one scene at a time, and sometimes we have guests.
But nay, this evening we do not.
Nah, nary a guest to be found.
Just you, listener.
Just you. You're not really a guest.
Hey, but we're telling them a little tale. They're sitting down in their car.
I suppose. If anything,
breakfast.
Listener, we're the guests.
Yeah, in your home.
In your head.
I love what you've done with the place.
I disagree with that accent wall, but that's okay. We're watching the movie The Twilight Saga, New Moon.
New Moon.
Today, we specifically watched a scene wherein Bella makes some phone calls that are not successly placed.
No.
And that's basically the scene.
Yeah, that's about it. Summed it up. All right.
So, just get out of my apartment. Let's get into the scene then. Charlie is watching some football.
He is.
And in stark contrast to last week's episode, where I knew all of those posters and the movies they were from and found all of their Wikipedia pages, I tried really hard to find the exact football game that Charlie was watching. Could not find it.
Well, let me tell you,
Murph, do you have it?
I don't have the exact game, but I
Okay.
do have the team that's on the screen.
Oh, yeah, no, I got those.
Oh, you got that?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yes, and I thought it was a nice touch.
Well, it's the Arizona Wildcats.
Yes, and do you know who they're playing?
I do not.
The Washington Cougars.
Oh.
It is Bella's old home playing her current home.
Wait, how did you know it was the Cougars? Did you just like zoom in on
Yeah.
it? Okay. I tried squinting. And I couldn't tell.
it's Arizona, University of Arizona versus the University of Washington.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, isn't that a lovely little touch?
That is a lovely little touch.
It's,
I only found that out because there's a fun fact about it on IMDb.
Yeah.
And this person made a point of saying that football season should have been over by
That is
this
true.
time.
Yes.
I don't know about football.
College football is famously over by springtime.
Okay.
It's done. It wraps up in early January, which
Oh.
means Charlie's watching a rerun.
He's watching
or
reruns.
an
He DVR'd it.
ESPN Classic. Maybe this is a VHS tape.
He said, Bella, look, you know these names. Come on.
But for some reason, there's an old Washington, Arizona game on, and Charlie's watching it while Bella's doing some homework.
Yeah.
We get a wide shot, a nice wide shot of the Swan home living room. There are some baby pictures on the mantle.
Oh, cute.
And I really hope those are actual pictures of baby Kristen Stewart.
Oh, that'd be really cute if they were.
Yeah.
I don't know, but that'd be really sweet.
I wouldn't be surprised if they were.
Yeah.
It's so easy to just be like, hey.
I mean, but it's also from a distance. They could just grab like anybody's baby photos.
Could just
really.
be any old baby. But I
Yeah.
choose to believe that's a young Kristen Stewart in those pictures. Bella is calling Jacob.
Yes, over and over again.
She is finding herself in a situation we saw at the beginning of this movie. Uh-oh. Someone's not calling her back.
Yes.
Someone
she
is not
has
returning
been
her correspondence.
ghosted again.
Yes. First time it was all of the Cullens. But this is our second montage of Bella leaving messages for someone. Multiple messages for someone. First it was Alice. Now it's Jacob.
Oh.
It's got to be pretty hard for old Bells.
Oh, it has to be, especially because literally the scene before this, Jacob said, I would never do that to you.
Yeah.
And now suddenly he's not responding.
And Bella says, like, you're going to ruin everything. And now here it is. Everything does appear to have been ruined.
Oh,
Yeah.
so sad.
Jake, your dad says you have mono. He won't let me visit, but would you call me? Hey. It's me again. I'm sorry about what I said at the movie theater. I just wanted to hear your voice, so no pressure. Jacob, please. Call me.
God, she put her faith in something and it broke her
I know.
again. No.
She's going to start feeling like she's cursed.
Oh.
It's happened to her twice now.
When it happens thrice,
It shall stay that way forever.
and she shall be a ghost.
Yes.
She shall be ghosted into a ghost.
Maybe everyone's ghosting her. Maybe she needs to ghost someone.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
gets to ghost someone as a little treat.
Yeah, she's earned it.
Yeah.
Jacob cannot come to the phone.
No.
Apparently, he's got mono.
Yes, that is what Billy says.
Yes.
The quote in the scene.
You and I and the listener know he's wolfing out.
He's wolfing out, but to Bella, she thinks he has mono. She
Yeah.
says, your dad says you have mono. He won't let me visit, but would you call me?
Interesting.
And so, she's not hearing directly from Jacob. Billy's kind of the intermediary
Yeah.
in this. And we see it more in the book, honestly.
Yeah.
It's that, like, Bella and Billy keep going at it because Bella
Yeah.
keeps trying to call and Billy's like, nah, he's too sick. Sorry.
Still sick with mono.
Or he says that the phone lines are down. Sorry, you can't call. The phones are down.
I've never had mono before.
Mm-hmm.
Does it get you laid up that bad that you can't speak?
Well, I've never had it. I know people who did.
Yeah.
I know it makes you really tired.
Okay.
So that might be why, is that you do spend a lot of your time sleeping. Like a lot of, I think, kids who get mono end up missing a lot of school because they're just so
Yeah.
exhausted.
And mono, interesting choice, because I feel like when I was in high school, around the time that they were in high school, mono had sort of a reputation of being the disease you get from kissing too many people. Like I distinctly remember a friend like coming back from a cruise with mono and being like, no, it's not that. It is, I think, an unintended implication of this that like Jacob got mono because he was kissing too many people.
Okay, yeah, I found it. Because
Yeah.
even Bella is suspicious right away
Yeah.
about mono. Because she says on 226, I found a medical site online and typed mononucleosis into the search box. All I knew about mono was that you were supposed to get it from kissing, which was clearly not the case with Jake. I read through the symptoms quickly.
Damn, sick burn.
Fucking God.
That idiot's never kissed anyone. He's a loser who will die alone.
Loser. The fever he definitely had, but what about the rest of it? No horrible sore throat, no exhaustion, no headaches, at least not before he'd gone home from the movie. In the book, Jacob goes home saying that he feels fine.
Right.
And then starts feeling sick once he gets home. So Bella thinks he has the flu.
Does Bella know how sickness works?
No.
Because I think if I were to call you, say I tried to set up a recording for a podcast, and you said, no, I'm sick, I wouldn't be like, well, Sarah wasn't sick the last time we spoke. Clearly, she didn't have a sore throat then. Like,
yeah, she didn't mention a sore throat.
no, she didn't tell me she was feeling the symptoms of mononucleosis. There's no way she could have it now.
No, but she even says that she's like, why did I feel so suspicious? Like, I didn't believe Billy's story. Why would Billy lie to Harry? Because I guess Harry Clearwater tells Charlie. So, yeah, Billy's the one kind of enforcing all of this and keeping the two of them apart because Jacob's wolfing out.
Right. One of the messages ends with, I just wanted to hear your voice, no pressure, which is very sad.
Which is truly this scene, I feel Bella so deeply. This is the kind of anxious attachment, too much emotions. I felt things very deeply when I was that young that like I absolutely would have said like any of this shit. Been like, I just want to hear your voice. I just want to make sure you're okay.
The first time this happens in the movie when she's calling Alice, I and probably both of us were like, hey girl, you got to give up eventually. Like you got to let go of this. You can't let this be having the impact it does. For it to have happened twice in such a short span of time.
It's weird that it happened twice.
Yeah, this is one of the few times where I see Bella being like very dramatic and being like, but you know what? You're correct.
I think
like,
so.
Yeah,
because,
I would too.
I mean, literally to her, like a day ago, Jacob said, like, I know what he did to you and I will never do that to you.
Right.
So this is so out of character for him.
Yeah.
To like be avoiding her, quote unquote, to like not be talking to her. They've spent basically every day together for the last few months.
And such a vulnerable place for her too, to like this isn't just any old friend. This is like the guy with whom she was getting over the first time this happened to her. Like this was to be ghosted like this by the guy who you were sort of having you help getting over being ghosted has got to it's got to hurt extra bad this time.
Especially after you just told them that you feel like you're damaged goods and you'll never be fixed again.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God.
Right.
This poor fucking girl.
Yeah.
Bella.
She must feel cursed.
She's gonna turn into a ghost if it happens thrice.
Or, alternately, she's going to move on to another boy, Mike Newton probably.
Yeah, and live a real quiet life in the suburbs.
Or he will ghost her too for an unrelated reason.
Oh my God, every man's gonna ghost her.
Yeah, it's just going to keep happening.
It
Truly
just sucks.
It's
because
hard.
she really was. She was getting there.
She was doing better.
She got some protein in her. She
gotta
was
get a
doing
little
okay.
protein. And it's not what she thinks it is. Like, Edward actually really did leave.
Yeah.
He genuinely did just up and go and went no contact, all of them with her. Jacob is going through something. Like, he has a good reason he can't get back. But she just can't know it.
Exactly.
For reasons.
Yeah, I guess it's just kind of the rules of this world. And I guess if, magical beings existed in this world, is that you have to keep them secret.
Right.
Like, the whole town can't know that those boys are werewolves.
I think you should be allowed to, if you know one, you know them all.
Yeah.
You're either you're in or you're out. And I feel like
Bella's in.
I would assume that Jacob and therefore Billy and Harry kind of, for sure, because of all the injuries that happened.
Yeah.
I think it's safe to assume that the Billy and Jacob and Harry and all of them, the wolves or wolf adjacent characters for their parents, would know that Bella knows that the Cullens are vampires. So I feel like it should be easier for them to say, like, hey, we're werewolves.
Yeah, that it wouldn't shock her.
By the way.
And they know that she can be trusted because clearly the secret about vampires hasn't gotten out. So why would Bella tell anything about werewolves?
Yeah, just like a sort of you should know there's more than just vampires around here.
Yeah, but if we had healthy communication, this would be a boring movie.
It would be a pamphlet. This would not be a series of 4 books.
Nope.
Yeah.
But yeah, Billy's getting in the way here. He's like, you can't see her.
Charlie and Harry Clearwater, unrelatedly.
Yeah, they're going fishing.
Just gonna be a couple boys going out fishing.
Yeah.
And I do love that for him. I love that Charlie has friends and hobbies. He's got, it's probably not great that he's leaving his forlorn daughter to be home alone.
But I really liked the fact that Charlie asks Bella if she wants him to stay at home.
Yeah.
And Bella says no, and Harry's like, she's right. Like, no, Charlie, you need to come out.
That's true.
Okay, we should be back around 3. Hey. Look, I don't have to go fishing today.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, you do. Go. What are you talking about?
I think, one, you can read it as just like, no, this is boys' weekend. You got to come out fishing with me. I think it's also just a good friend thing that I assume Charlie has been spending a lot of time at home with Bella.
That's true.
Probably missing out on hanging out with his friends doing social stuff.
Right.
That Harry's like, no, you need this.
I also imagine, now that it is nicer outside, it's springtime in Forks. They're probably weren't fishing as much during the winter times. And so it's sort of like, all right, it's back into fishing season,
this is our
boyos.
thing. This is what we do. Maybe it's like the first fish of the season.
Yeah, come on out on the boats with us, friend.
The boys go on a boat together.
The boys
and
go
they
out on
just
their boat, they
have
drink their beers,
fun.
maybe they catch a fish. That's not what it's about.
No, it's about the friendship
And
and
then-
the camaraderie.
And then they have Harry Fishwater's
Harry
Fuck. I was doing so perfect. I had not misspoke.
Fishwater.
Harry Fishwater's famous clear fry. Harry Fishwater is a different guy. We haven't met him
He
yet.
lives in the lake.
But Harry Fishwater... Damn it.
Wait, did you say that unintentionally?
Yes. Harry Clearwater's
Define the
famous
water. It is
fish
very clear.
fry. It's not fish water. It's a fish fry from Harry Clearwater. That was the end of the sentence and the end of that thought. And because I misspoke, it just got dragged out entirely too
That's
long.
okay.
That's fine. But that's what they're going to do with the fish. They mention sort of unprompted. Bella doesn't ask them about this, but they just sort of defensively say that they aren't afraid of any bears.
Yeah.
Just be careful.
Always am.
Those bears won't get the drop on me, Bella. My kung fu is strong.
Which I guess is to let us know that there's still mysterious things happening in the
There's
woods.
still spooky things out there.
They should be at least a little bit afraid of it.
Right? Especially,
Charlie.
it's been killing a lot of people.
Right. And like we've talked a little bit in the past on this show about how like the thing that Jessica saw matches the description of a werewolf.
Mm-hmm.
And so it would make sense on the one hand for Harry Clearwater to not be afraid of any big scary animals the size of a car on all fours or
Yeah,
whatever.
because he's like, it's my neighbor.
But he should also know that like there's been these mysterious killings and it's not the werewolves. So like it's got to be something bad.
It's interesting to me. I'm supposing in this universe that Charlie doesn't know. That Charlie doesn't know that they are werewolves. That
Right.
That's what's
Not
going
yet.
on.
They have the talk with him, I think, in Breaking Dawn Part 2. Yeah.
But that knowing that all this shit is going on in the woods, that Charlie, who is tasked with like investigating all of this, is
Chief
like
of police.
Chief of police is like, yeah, no, I want to go fish. I want to go out there. I want to go
Right.
right to bear country.
Yeah, I mean, like on the one hand, it makes sense with the Charlie that we know to be like, well, that problem won't affect me because
Yeah.
I'll never. I'm a man, and it'll be fine, and I'll just handle it. But you'd think Harry Clearwater would be like, hey, maybe not.
Yeah.
Like you think he would be a little more reserved about it.
Yeah.
But his kung fu is strong.
I loved this line. I
He's
thought
great.
it was so cute.
Yeah.
You don't gotta worry about me. My kung fu is strong. Where do you think he takes kung fu classes?
Oh, the old dojo.
The Forks Rec Center?
Yeah, absolutely. There is definitely a kung fu class every Thursday night from 6:30 to 8:30.
Uh-huh.
And it's just some guy.
It's just a bunch of older guys just getting like their yellow belts, their orange belts. They're learning.
Yeah, this is their thing. This is what the boys go out and do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what Forks boys do. They either jump off cliffs
Yeah.
or they fish.
Or they
Or-
take kung fu lessons.
Or they take kung fu lessons.
Or they do some combination of those.
Or they ride bikes in Port Angeles.
That is true. They like the motorcycles.
Mm-hmm.
They also do hang out at the diner.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, they do little dances outside the diner?
Gotta say, Forks sounds like a pretty cool place for a guy to live.
Yeah, it seems like not a great place for a lady to be living.
No, but it sounds like a real boy's paradise.
Wow, Forks, stay for the boys.
You know, we see a lot of guys, just in general speaking, there does seem to be a lot more men than women.
Uh-huh.
Especially, and I'm sure this has nothing to do with depictions of women in modern American cinema or anything like that. I'm sure every movie is perfectly balanced except for this one. It does kind of seem like there are a lot more guys than there are adult women in Forks.
There are very few adult women in this entire franchise.
Yeah.
There's Esme. There's Renee.
Forks is kind of the Mojo Dojo Casa House version of Barbie Land. Like they drove out all the women or you know, can have them hang around if they're cool. But it does kind of seem like the boys' paradise that Ken wants.
Oh my God.
It's not all about horse. It's just like we go fishing and we hang out at the diner and the ladies bring a steak and cobbler.
But I think that's also just a really good metaphor kind of for what's happening in this scene is that Bella's like, no, this is Jacob and I's things. This is our dream house, is that we do bikes and we hang out.
Right.
And you've taken it over. What do you mean? He's not talking to me anymore.
Yeah.
And you're not letting me speak to him.
Jacob's
When
absence
this
sort
is
of
my
shatters
house.
the illusion.
Yeah, he's
Bella,
kind of against his will been forced into the Mojo Dojo Casa house.
And like Bella has been trying to live the Mojo Dojo Casa House lifestyle.
Oh.
She has gone from soft sensitive Edward Bella to I'm not like other girls. I hang
do
out with the
dirt
boys.
bikes.
I do dirt bikes. I like to burp. But she can't do that anymore
No.
because Jake's gone.
Yeah.
And she can't pretend to be Mojo Casa. Why did I do that to myself?
a hair Fishwater.
She can't be Harry Fishwater. She can't be Mojo Dojo Casa House Bella anymore because her conduit into Mojo Dojo Casa House world is ghosted her.
She has no grounding. right now.
Yeah.
Like, who is she right now?
She does, and this is the problem with defining yourself by your relationship to a man.
Yeah.
That's why I don't do it.
Is that basically all Bella has right now is just calling man to say, hi, what do I do now?
Excuse me.
Hello?
I want to spend time with man. Not dad, but man.
No, man.
Yeah.
I need things to do that aren't homework. Please tell me what to do.
I need a boy to spend my time with.
Please.
To chaperone me.
Around
just sort of
forts.
supervise my doings.
Oh my God. Poor fucking Bella. She's trapped in the Mojo Dojo Casa house. And so's Jacob, but for different reasons.
But pretty cool for Billy and Harry Clearwater.
Oh my God, Billy and Harry are having the time of their
just
fucking
get to hang with the
lives
boys.
right now. It's just hang time with the boys.
And their ex-wives live in other states.
Do you think Harry's ever invited Charlie to come to his kung fu class?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Oh.
I think, Harry was like, you're a police. You got to know self-defense.
I do. I'm Charlie. I do.
So you should.
I'm Southern.
So Southern Charlie.
Southern yeehaw.
You should come. It's me, Harry Fishwater.
Harry Fishwater, my best friend.
You should come to this kung fu class.
Kung fu class, when is it?
It's Thursday nights, 6:30 to 8:30.
Thursday nights, all right. I normally get off work around then, but is it real good?
Oh, yeah, it's great. We just sort of hang out and kick, and you get to wear a gi.
I get to wear a gi?
Yeah, and you get belts of different colors
I
depending
do
how
like
good
colors.
You are. We'll start you off with a white belt.
What color are you?
I'm a purple belt.
Whoa. Yeah. Hell yeah. Sign me up. Yeehaw.
And then, this is very important. As soon as the class is done, we go get some beers.
Hell yeah. And then the two hold hands and they skip off to the dojo.
Exactly. In a very masculine way,
a masculine skip.
In a very manly hand holding.
Yes.
Yeah.
With one of them's got a beer in one hand, one of them has the cooler in the other. And
Absolutely.
And they're just swinging.
Yeah. Man, this sounds awesome.
Damn, this is a boy's paradise. Poor Bella.
I want to go live there.
No, Bella. You know what? And Bella can come live with me, and we'll just hang out and read books and do cross stitch.
Well, this is how the show ends.
Oh,
with me leaving to go live in Forks.
Well, it's been nice knowing you.
Bella can be your co-host now.
Oh,
yeah.
All right.
Give my regards to my wife.
Okay, Mindy and I'll hang out.
She can join us.
Yeah.
That's basically the end of the scene.
And that's it. Yeah, not a ton. It's a shorter one. Not a ton happens, but it sets up. Hey, remember when Jacob made a promise 30 seconds ago?
I know.
Actually, he already broke it.
Yeah. And I got to say.
Not through his own. He didn't mean to.
I know.
That's what's the worst part is that he's not trying to do that.
The tragedy and the irony of it all. But at least the boys get to be the boys.
The boys are their truest selves and the wolves.
If we had to give this scene a name, and we do, what would it be? And it's also going to be the name of the episode, so let's make it good.
Okay.
I'm personally leaning towards Harry Fishwater's Mojo Dojo Casa House.
That is exactly what I was thinking. Is Harry Fishwater's Mojo Dojo Casa House.
Perfect. No need for discussion.
No notes.
Aksher, not a lot for you to edit out this time. No long, dumb pauses. Harry Fishwater's Mojo Dojo Casa House. Fuck. Sarah, do we have anything from the listeners?
Oh, we do.
From the Instagrams.
Pull those up.
Hey, Sarah, from whence do these questions come?
Well, they nary do come from my cellular device and the Instagram app.
How then could a future listener perchance have one of their questions read in such a fashion?
They could send an email, an electronic mail to myfavoritetwilightpodcast@gmail.com, or they could DM us on the Instagram.
Well, now having established how you can do this, let's do it ourselves.
All right, we have 3 questions.
All right.
We have from Amine Beak. We have 2 questions. First, we have, what kind of wigs would you wear if you were a vampire?
Okay.
And our second question is, do y'all irrevocably think of Edward Cullen whenever you see a Volvo?
Ooh, I'm going to start with the second one.
Yeah.
I genuinely can't remember the last time I saw a Volvo in public.
I'm going to be honest, I don't pay attention to makes of cars that much because I don't drive a car and I don't like automobiles. I'm all about the public transit life.
I feel like they don't have the market share here in America as maybe they used to. I don't know. Genuinely can't remember the last time I saw a Volvo, but that probably means yes then, that like the only exposure we get to Volvos is
when
Twilight.
They take up 60 parking spaces.
Yeah. And so if we were to see a Volvo in the wild, we would be like, that's an Edward car.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the first one was, what kind of wig would you wear if you were a vampire?
Yes, because fan theory, the Cullens wear wigs. If you were were a vampire, what kind of wigs would you wear?
Yeah.
I think I'd wear a lot of like what they call when you get your hair done, like fantasy colors.
Okay.
So like purples, pinks, and I'd do like a whole variety of hairstyles.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to stick with boring brown. I want to go all out.
Yeah, I feel like I would definitely I would want to keep the same color just for continuity's sake.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I would definitely get a few different styles.
Yeah.
You can't go too crazy with it because people will be like, you had a buzz cut yesterday and a ponytail today.
I feel like it's more acceptable for women to be wearing wigs and changing their hair more like that versus like, if a guy had a buzz cut one day and then super long hair the next, you'd raise a little more eyebrows.
I think I would go with sort of a Conan O'Brien haircut where you have like that swoop in the front. There's no way it can be that tall. I've always been jealous of Conan O'Brien's hair. That swoop on top is amazing.
Yeah.
I wish I could do it.
Well, with wigs, you could.
I could.
We have another question from Graveyard with 2 V's.
Spooky.
Would Bella be writing fan fiction? She gives that vibe.
Interesting.
I think Bella would write fan fiction.
I don't know if she would. I feel like she seems a little too cool for all that.
Really?
She seems, I don't know. She seems a little, I can't quite find the right way to put this into words.
Angsty in a way that she's not writing things. She's expressing herself other ways, maybe.
I just don't know that we really see her take many things that she doesn't get dedicated to things that seriously.
Other
than Edward, basically.
Yeah.
Like she might write, like she would absolutely write elaborate sort of fan fictions of her life with Edward and like have a diary that says
my God.
Mrs. Bella Cullen on it.
Can I tell you, I used to do that shit when I was in high school and like put in like the margins of notes, like boys I had crushes on. I'd be like, Mrs. Sarah, insert last name here, and be like, oh, the fantasy.
Yeah, but I feel like, I don't know, the only time we see Bella engaging with like media and like pop culture is in sort of like a shrugging, like, I don't know, like she's reading a book for school and she's like, a school book, or she wants to go see a movie but for like Edward reasons, and a part of this is because it's how the character is written to be as sort of blank as possible, so as many people can relate to her as possible, but we just don't see her like really enjoying anything. I could see Erica.
Yeah.
What's that? Is that her name? No. I always think her name should be Erica because she's the one who's with Eric.
Why?
And I never can remember her actual name. Angela. Angela, I think, writes fan fiction.
Yeah. Ooh. See, I just think it's like a teen girl rite of passage to write fan fiction.
What kind of fanfic did you write?
I wrote Glee. I wrote Glee fan fiction.
Glee fan
I wrote Glee. Megan and I have actually talked about this. I think she'd be fine with me sharing this. That we both wrote Glee fan fiction.
Really?
When we were in high school. I also, less so fan fiction, but like of a similar genre. And I'll be bold and admit this on the internet. I used to be a part of a Warrior Cats roleplay server.
No.
Yes.
Wow.
When I was in middle and high school. And it was like all writing based role play of like you would make your warrior cat and it, like write about what they were doing. So fan fiction adjacent of like it's not the characters from the books, it's you kind of making up your own OC. But I feel like a lot of teen girls have a lot of big feelings and the place we channel them is into the things we love.
Yeah.
And if Bella didn't have Edward to channel it into, I could see her writing fanfic. Anyway, go Warrior Cats.
I never really got into fan fiction. I tried once to join a Muppets role-playing forum.
Shut the fuck up.
Did not go well.
Why?
Because you couldn't play original characters. It was people role-playing as existing Muppets. And so I went to the little sign-up place and tried to name like the most obscure Muppets I could. And the mod was like, those were already taken. And I just I was just like, okay, I'm just not going to do this. Yeah. And the last thing I'll say about fan fiction that if any of this makes the final edit, I went on a date with someone probably 10 years ago at this point who told me that when she was in high school, she wrote a fan fiction about the Ghostbusters busting the Phantom of the Opera, which is the coolest fan fiction I've ever heard of.
As hell.
So awesome. The only fan fiction that I've heard of and made me like, I really want to read that
I need to read that right now.
That's very cool. Just such a cool idea.
But those are all our questions. Thank you, listeners.
Yeah, if you want to submit a question for us, you can do the things that Sarah said earlier, such as following us on social media or sending us an email to myfavoritetrash twilightpodcast@gmail.com. You can also find some fun stuff at patreon.com/twilightpodcast.
Yeah.
Sarah, do you have anything you want to promote?
Oh, I
We haven't
want to
done that yet.
promote playing games with your friends. Loneliness epidemic?
Sure.
Not when you're playing Settlers of Catan, my friend.
Not on my watch.
Get your friends together. Play some board games. Play some video games. When's the last time you played Mario Kart with the boys?
Oh, it's been entirely too long.
Exactly. Get
Yeah.
your friends together. Hang out.
Yeah.
That's what I want to promote. Friendship.
Thanks. Good one.
Thank you.
You know what I want to promote, Sarah Murphy?
What?
I want to promote cooking. Making a
Yeah?
homemade meal.
Oh, love making a homemade meal.
I was in a sort of a mental health slump for a little while there.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you, but when I get in a bad place, I only eat fast food.
Same.
And I'm out of it now, and I'm cooking for myself again,
my
and it
God.
feels nice.
Congrats.
It's fun to cook.
It is. Megan and I really like doing it, especially together.
Listener, make yourself some soup.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, I want to promote soup.
I want to promote you, listener, sending an email to my favorite Twilight podcast at gmail.com if you want my creamy chicken and wild rice soup recipe.
Ooh.
I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
Way more corn than you expect. Thank you to my editor, Brent Oxer, for putting this show together. Thank you to the band Swimwear Department for letting us use the song Mauled to Death as our theme. And as we always say, at the end of every episode, Sarah's got a good one.
Forks is for the boys.
Forks is for the boys.
Yeah.
See you next time.
Bye.
Forks. Forks. Boys.
Boys night.
Boy Forks.
Fork boys.
Forkin' boys.
Forkin' boys.
We
dude.
boys and we forks.
And we hang out at the dojo and talk about our feelings.
And it's normal.